An interview is required before an offer is extended, so all accepted students were interviewed at some time during the admission process. If you receive an invitation, you will be interviewed in person either on campus or in one of the cities the admission team travels to or online. Your interviewer. All interviews are conducted by members of the admission board. Alumni do not help with interviews. This allows the admission board to have a more standardized process and a better way to evaluate each person, candidate to candidate. The interviewer would have read your entire application before meeting you. Behavioral interviews. Interviews are behavioral interviews. The interviewer will dive into topics that the admission board wants to explore more deeply, including potential weaknesses they see in your candidacy or experiences. These behavioral interviews can go in almost any direction. So, prepare a number of personal and professional stories that exemplify topics of leadership, decision making, overcoming challenging situations, working on teams, dealing with difficult personalities, and other topics. Be prepared to answer questions about application weaknesses such as academics, test scores, thin work experience, and so forth. Also, it is advised that members of the admission board may throw you a question out of left field like what books are you currently reading to see your response. What are you interested in potentially studying in college? By this question, admission interviewers look forward to understand your personality, how focused and driven you are. The students who are more competitive are the ones who actually have an idea what they want to go in and study, even if that ends up changing. For the Ivy Leagues, they need someone who has intellectual curiosity. What's the most negative experience you ever had in school? By this question, admission interviewers look forward an authentic and honest answer of what the situation was and how the student handled the situation and bounced back. There is no right answer to this question. The negative experience could be from an academic perspective, a social one, or even a medical one. What do you do when you are not in school? By this question, admission interviewer looks for uniqueness. What makes the student different than the student on either side of them? What makes them different from their friends at school? What makes them unique? That's where having a unique extracurricular activity can really make you stand out on your college application. What have you read recently? By this question, admission interviewer try to determine how intellectually curious and engaged in the world the student is. They want someone basically who is already at an adult level in terms of their ability to have a conversation, their ability to have many topics that are high level. Talking about graphic novels or humorous blogs would be a red flag. Remember to have a serious mindset. Know more about the news around you. What's the last cultural event you went to, or what have you done or seen lately? By this question, admission interviewer look for exposure and awareness. They really look forward to understand the true meaning of diversity from you. What interests you, even if it's particular to your region of the country. They look forward to understand what students do besides just sitting on social media.